I know.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're still loading. I don't know. Okay, we are streaming.
Okay, great. Welcome back from closed session. We discussed the head administrator contracts and stipends, and we are now going to vote. All those in favor of approval, vote, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, the ayes have it. The head administrator contracts and stipends have been approved. Thank you. Thank you. All right, and then next up is Equity Council. We don't have a report since it's summer. And then co-director report.
Yeah, so we this summer are in a much calmer facility place than we have been. We didn't have to move all the furniture out of the classrooms. We didn't have to do wax to strip the floors. That took like 2 or 3, sometimes 4 or 5 weeks out of our summer. So we're able to actually start a lot of the setup for next year earlier. So that's great.
Yeah.
The floors have been so much more manageable. So it's a really good, yeah, so we're really pleased.
I tested them earlier.
Wow.
Spilled some coffee.
And they just like.
Hey, cleaned up right
No, they used to be like the old school linoleum.
Yes, like
You had yellow, you had to strip, yeah, it was yellow and blue, you had to strip and wax them every summer, and it was a huge thing, so. This is great, so these are much better, for that. We have been working on making sure our enrollment is set. We have all of our seats, available seats offered, and accepted. And so we're just waiting on a couple, yeah, we had to go back to the wait list. I've heard, just recently, like 2 families, decided to move elsewhere, but, so we filled those spots pretty quickly. And so right now we're looking at, a total of 284 kids enrolled for next year.
Nice.
That's the biggest group yet.
This is the biggest, yeah, it'll be the biggest by a good amount, but, and we are betting that we'll be at about 280, which is kind of what we're shooting for, but, so we're a little bit over in certain places just because we are anticipating a little bit of change, but it always happens over the summer in the first couple of weeks. So that is looking good on wise, sorry. And then, I sent some graphs, data broken down by demographics, and I didn't know if anybody had questions or wanted to speak more in depth about any particular area. This is from Amira. Take that with a little bit of grain of salt because we just have had issues with data consistency over the years in the ELA area. Math less so, but we're just taking a look at where are the gaps, where are the grade levels that are struggling more, what populations do we need to make sure we're supporting adequately in both subjects. So if there's questions or if there's other things that you want us to track. Yeah. We're also working on setting up an ongoing data dashboard that will pull data from our different assessments in real time. So that we'll be able to have that moving forward into next year.
Are you using the
Yeah. It's an organization called Simplicity, and they do a lot of other big charter school networks. Nobody in New Mexico, but they are familiar with all of the assessments and data. Number of countries, so hopefully it'll take a lot of the reporting. Because preparing this on my end takes a while every month, and so they'll be able to pull all the incidents from Power School, they'll be able to pull all the enrollment from Power School, they'll be able to pull all the Amira and map. So it'll hopefully take some time.
So your dashboard's been really good, so.
They asked like, what
Work,
are you
yeah.
currently doing? And I'm like, well, my little Excel sheet. They're like, really? It'll be a little bit decent.
Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions for Nick and Lisa before we adjourn? All right, so the question is on adjourning. Is there a motion?
All motion.
I'll second.
Great. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned 9:10. Awesome.